Welcome back. Hope you guys are having a good morning. For the markets, it is looking like quite a steep cut that we're seeing across the global markets, and looks like we're going to start well in the red as well. So let's get you the trade setup for this morning. We have Vivek, Nigel as well as Surbi joining us now to really run us through how things are looking. Vivek, we were just going through the global setup. The handover has definitely been quite weak.
Absolutely right. The uncertainty and the likely hike, another hike that could come from Fed has kept, global equity markets on tenterhooks. Weak handover from the US markets. Nasdaq especially bearing the brunt of the selling pressure. Oil prices yesterday too, actually saw quite a bit of a sell-off, down 1%. So Brent futures now closer to the $93.5 a barrel mark, and WTI futures hovering around the $90 a barrel mark. The talk of yesterday was the fact that Indian markets witnessed significant selling pressure, and especially it was the heavyweights that dragged the markets lower. HDFC Bank saw intense selling pressure, dragging both the Nifty as well as the Bank Nifty lower, and that actually caused significant selling pressure. Market breadth yesterday was quite weak, even in the broader end of the market. So mid-cap and small-cap space too saw quite a bit of selling pressure. But now coming to the primary market, the important factors, the whole host of IPOs, whole host of listings are still up. It'll be interesting to see the kind of subscription, that we are seeing in those. Yatra Online, yesterday was the last day of that particular IPO. Company saw almost 2.6 times total oversubscription. Sai Silk yesterday was day one, 7% demand. Signature Global getting 54% demand. So IPO market continues to remain quite robust. Asian markets as well as GIFT Nifty are indicating, muted start for our own markets today.
All right, Vivek, thanks a lot for running us through all of those cues. Let's also talk about the stocks that you should have on your radar in today's trading session. We have Surbi standing by with that entire list. Hi, Surbi.
Hi, Pavitra. So the first one on my list is SJVN. The government is going to sell nearly 2.5% stake in the company via an OFS. The floor price of the OFS is at 69 rupees per share. Cipla, the US FDA inspects the company's manufacturing facility in Long Island, and they issue 5 inspectional observations in Form 483. Infosys, the company collaborates with NVIDIA to help boost productivity with generative AI. Sheila Foam sources say the company is going to launch a QIP to raise up to 1,200 crores. Indicative issue price is anywhere between 1,078 to 1,169 rupees per share, which is nearly a 8% discount to yesterday's closing price. MCX, the company proposes to go live with the new trading platform by the end of this month. And lastly, West Coast Paper, NCLT Chennai approves the company's resolution plan for acquisition of Uniply Decor under IBC.
All right. Thanks a lot, Surbi, for taking us through that entire list of stock-specific news as well. We'll watch for all of this. Finally, let me hand it over to Nigel, who's looking at cues from the futures and options space. Nigel, we got a 230-point kind of pullback yesterday. How are things looking for the morning?
Well, that's right. That could be the only bright spot, because it seems the Indian markets, they preempted that there's going to be bad news that came in overnight. Both the Nifty and the Nifty Bank, both of them ended at the low point of the day in yesterday's trading session. But I was looking at the F&O data, and there was no big shorting that was seen. In fact, there was unwinding of long positions, and this market had got overbought on the long side. So it's giving some part of that up. And now the long positions, even after the kind of unwinding we've seen, it's still at around 61% odd. On the option side, well, the 20,000 call, the 19,950 call, both of them saw a fair bit of open interest. The premium out there between 20 to around 40 rupees odd. Now, further reading into this data point tells you that there is writing being seen at both those two strikes. The 19,900 put as well on the put side has the highest open interest, with the premium at around 44 rupees. On the downside, on a closing basis, the bulls will like to defend the 19,800, 19,850 odd level. That's going to be very, very important. For starters, the GIFT would be suggesting we open below that 19,800 odd mark. So that's what will make the bulls a little bit nervous as well. The only factor that could be working for the bulls is that the PCR, from around 1.2 a few sessions ago, it's come down to around 0.79. In the past, we have seen when it goes to around 0.65, 0.7, it normally bottoms out. So let's see if that's the case today. The Nifty Bank, well, you saw aggressive writing yesterday at around 45,500 call. The premium out there was around 350 rupees odd. So at higher levels, that's 45,800 to around 46,000. You'd like to see firm resistance coming in there. GIFT Nifty pulls back. Will this dip get bought into? Well, time will tell. But yesterday we preempted some part of that. So maybe some part of the bad news in the near term is in the price. Back to you.
All right, Nigel, thanks a lot for taking us through all of those cues. That is how things are looking this morning as we get into this trading session. For now, we're going to move into a break. But when we come back, we'll shift